Akaza vs. Sukuna. Upper Moon 3, the demon, who turned martial arts into mass destruction, versus the King of Curses, the walking calamity that makes entire cities pray he never wakes up. This isn't just a fight, it's a massacre waiting to happen, because one of these monsters dominates a single era, and the other dominates an entire verse. But how badly does it really go? And does Akaza even have a chance? Before we dive in, if you enjoy anime matchups like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It really helps me keep making bigger, better fights like this. Now let's get into it. Akaza is easily one of the most terrifying close combat fighters in Demon Slayer. Not because he uses swords, not because he has some complicated ability, but because he fights like a demonized martial arts master with unlimited stamina. This is a guy who casually traded blows with Rengoku, a Hashira strong enough to slice through trains and survive city-level destruction. Akaza didn't just fight him. He dominated the fight, toyed with him, regenerated through every slash like it didn't matter, and eventually punched straight through his body. His strength is absurd. Every strike creates shockwaves that shatter buildings. He launches opponents hundreds of meters with a single punch. He caves in the ground with kicks. His destructive death techniques basically turn martial arts into explosions. Then there's his speed. He moves so fast that Hashira, people who already dodge bullets and blitz demons, struggle to even track him. He appears behind enemies mid-swing, counters instantly, and fights at speeds that feel like teleportation. But Akaza's scariest ability isn't strength or speed. It's Compass Needle, a built-in battle radar. He senses fighting spirit and killing intent. The stronger you are, the clearer you appear to him. It lets him predict movements almost before they happen. Dodging, countering, perfect timing. It's basically precognition for combat. And finally, regeneration. Limbs gone? Back instantly. Organs destroyed? Doesn't matter. Head crushed? Heals. Unless you have Sunlight or a Nichiren blade, you're not killing him. He will literally outlast you forever. Against most characters, Akaza is a nightmare. Against Sukuna, he's stepping into hell. Because Sukuna isn't just stronger, he exists on a completely different scale. Ryomen Sukuna isn't a demon hunter problem. He's a natural disaster. A curse so powerful that the strongest sorcerers in history couldn't kill him. They could only seal him. Even at 15 fingers, Sukuna was already wiping out special-grade curses like they were nothing. And those curses are threats that level entire city blocks. At 20 fingers, full-power Sukuna. He's not fighting buildings. He's reshaping landscapes. Let's talk raw strength first. Sukuna casually sends people flying through skyscrapers with flicks of his wrist. He physically overpowers special-grade sorcerers like their children. When he fought Mahoraga, a Shikigami that adapts to literally anything, every clash was tearing apart entire city sections. Not rooms, not houses, city blocks. And that's him playing around. Speed? This is where things already start getting ugly for Akaza. Sukuna blitzes characters who themselves are hypersonic. He reacts instantly to point-blank attacks, disappears mid-fight, cuts people down before they even process what happened. To characters like Jogo, who could melt buildings and move like fire itself, Sukuna looked like he was teleporting. Akaza is fast. Sukuna is, you're dead before you blink. Then we get to the real problem. Cleave and dismantle. These aren't punches. They're invisible slashes that cut space itself. Dismantle slices anything in its path. Cleave automatically adjusts to the opponent's durability and cuts exactly hard enough to kill them. Meaning regeneration doesn't matter. Tough skin doesn't matter. If Sukuna decides you should be cut, you're cut, and you might not even see it happen. Akaza relies on regeneration to survive damage. Sukuna's attacks are built specifically to bypass durability. That's a horrible matchup, but we're not done. Because Sukuna has something Akaza has never faced before. Domain expansion. Malevolent Shrine. This is where the fight stops being fair. Malevolent Shrine doesn't trap you inside a barrier like most domains. It manifests directly into reality. A 200-meter radius of guaranteed death. Inside that space, everything gets sliced. Constantly. Automatically. Non-stop. Thousands of cleave and dismantle attacks per second. You don't dodge. You don't block. You don't react. You just get shredded. When Sukuna used it in Shibuya, an entire city section turned into paste. Buildings, streets, people, all erased. Now imagine Akaza inside that. Yes, he regenerates, but regeneration doesn't help when you're being cut apart faster than you can heal. It's like trying to regrow while being thrown into a blender. There's no recovery window. He'd be diced endlessly until his body gives out, or Sukuna simply increases output and deletes him completely. And Compass Needle? It barely helps. Sure, Akaza can sense killing intent, but how do you predict invisible, omnidirectional slashes filling an entire area? There's nothing to dodge. There's nowhere safe. It's not a fist. It's not a sword. It's the environment itself attacking you. So let's compare directly. Strength. Sukuna hits harder. Speed. Sukuna is faster. Durability. Both are tough, but Sukuna tanks city-level attacks casually. Regeneration. Akaza wins here. Hacks and abilities. Sukuna absolutely stomps. Domain alone changes everything. If this were pure hand-to-hand, Akaza might actually push Sukuna for a bit. His martial arts skill is insane. He might land some hits. Maybe even impress Sukuna. But Sukuna isn't Rengoku. He isn't a swordsman trying to trade blows. He's sadistic. He'll analyze Akaza for a few seconds, smile, and then end it instantly. One cleave, head gone. Or worse, Malevolent Shrine activates, and Akaza gets erased piece by piece. No drawn-out fight, no heroic struggle, just overwhelming violence. Akaza is a monster in Demon Slayer, but Sukuna? Sukuna is what other monsters fear. In almost every scenario, this isn't competitive, it's execution. Sukuna wins. Low difficulty. If you enjoyed this matchup, subscribe for more anime versus breakdowns and drop the next fight you want to see.